Hello, YouTube. If you are in an MLM, a multi-level marketing company, should you recruit people, friends, family, strangers, who don't have a job, who are unemployed? It's not really clear what the best advice is. However, you may recall that I did hear some absolutely terrific MLM advice from a top leader, the top leader, in the multi-level marketing company iGenius that sells education and how to day trade. And I made an entire video about it. And essentially what Anthony Napolitano said was, don't do MLM full-time until your commissions and bonuses match your day job salary. Great advice. And why is that such great advice? Well, it never happens. Virtually never happens. Here's the question. Did Ant really mean it? Let me take you to a recap of a segment of an iGenius so-called builders call. These are people who, the 7% of customers who try to sell the product, that was recorded on the 6th of October, 2025. And Anthony was talking about dealing with objections. And one of the objections that they dealt with is well, I don't have the money right now. And they come back with the really smarmy, okay, when do you get paid? Friday? Okay, what time on Friday can we get you started? I hate it, but that's what they say. And apparently it must work because they have been giving this overcoming objections advice for years. And then the next objection that Anthony mentioned was, well, what about I don't have a job? And here's what Anthony said, and I've transcribed this from the recording because the sound quality was poor. Well, hey, we got to figure out a way to get this money. What do we have to sell? What do we have to do? Because you got a bigger problem than I even thought. We got to figure out how to get this thing going because you really need this thing. And I said, wait, what? I mean, really? Unemployed people? Remember, iGenius is not cheap. And so I typed in the chat because I was taken aback, particularly in the context of the previous video that I made about Anthony. Should we be prospecting people who are unemployed? And so now Anthony walks back a little bit what he said before. He said, typically no. I don't think you want people with no money. You rather people who are making income, people who own businesses, who are typically successful. Personally, I would love to see the list of people who own businesses and are typically successful who are selling iGenius. And I thought, okay, good. That sounds more like what we expected Anthony to say based on his previous statements. And it raises the question then, why did he mention the I don't have a job objection? Maybe it came out of his mouth automatically. Maybe he doesn't believe it. Maybe he does. I prefer to believe that he doesn't believe it. But then Anthony said this, and again, this is a transcription. I'm not saying someone unemployed can't be the next top person, you guys. I got involved in this industry with a couple $100s to my name as a college athlete and figured the thing out. So I'm saying, like, you don't rule people out. You don't prejudge. But you're trying to find people who are, having those attributes you want within your business. Does that make sense? Is that cool? No, Anthony, it's not cool. Folks, your skills, knowledge, and experience are too valuable to waste in an MLM. That's all I got. I'll see you in the next one.